right, Talia, we want to hear your idea.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
It's not it's not fully thought through, but Animal Crossing New Horizons is the name of the game, and I would put New Horizons as the letters.
Okay.
Um, and I could either go two ways. One, like make it fully about the game, and like New Horizons, write out like new things or like things you could do in the game, kind of just like teach you how to play the game. Or it could be um, like things in the game that you could still do in real life while this is happening. I don't know. You need
Board
to order it.
games. Board, like spell out board games and like or do the pit, like write down your favorite games and figure out an acronym you could make up.
Oh, okay.
That would be fun. Yeah, my daughter comes over, and my son-in-law and daughter come over every weekend, and we play something new every time. We've played dice games, we played board games, we've played card games, we've played the old standards. Yeah, have fun with this. If you get stuck and you can't, like I found this really cool TikTok that I want to put in, and you can't figure out how to get it in there, then I'll help you figure it out. Like TikToks, I'm not sure, but I mean Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. I'm used to doing that. YouTube's really easy because it's Google, so they make that real easy for you. By the way, I have my teachers are awesome. Oh, it's backwards. Mug today.
Mine says nope, not today.
No, oh, I love it. Oh, by the way, I have to show you my favorite little meme I made the other day.
I just
Oh
want
my
to say I
gosh,
really like
yeah.
the Animal Crossing idea, and I want to read that. So I will definitely read
yeah,
that. I've been
Are you
obsessed.
playing Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
I'll post the link to
Let's
everybody's when they're
code
done,
somehow.
so you guys can see
Okay.
it. Everybody's. Okay, so William, do you have a video so I can see you? It's easier to see people.
Yes, yeah, I do have a video. Let me
Okay.
just turn that on. Okay. Let me
You don't have to. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like now I'm looking at you.
Right.
And look, instead
Yeah.
of looking at the camera.
I know, yeah. Mhm.
I had them actually go in and make sure they could get into it's sites.google.com. I don't know if you can get in direct or you have to go in through however do you get into Google Suite.
Okay. Would it be through my email address maybe or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Through my email.
Yeah, it's through your email address. Is how you'd log in. And then I'm going to share the screen here. Now I'm not going to walk through the whole thing with you, but I want to show you what it looks like. All right, I have a million tabs open.
That's okay.
Let me find, okay. So this is a blog that I did. Okay, so your alphabet blog is you're gonna pick, let me go back to titanium.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the directions for it. So hold on, I gotta move us because we're kind of in the way. So you're going to write a blog with 9 to 11 posts, plus at least one embedded photo, video, or social media post. Base it on a phrase relative to how your life has changed since COVID-19 has changed so much from the norm. Some examples might be a COVID life, stay at home, or I'm essential. So you're going to do I'm going to say a blog page for every one of these letters. So let me show you and I use Google Sites. I was going to say, if you already use Medium or you use WordPress or whatever, go with what you're comfortable with. Because I'm far more concerned with the content than the look for this. Right. This isn't a design assignment like you'd get in 317. So I'm going to actually go to mine that's already done. So to start a new one, you'll find down here in the right corner, there's the Google colors. There'll be a plus sign. It's sites.google.com, and that's how you start a new one.
Okay.
All right. Now this is actually a preview. Let me go back to the editor. Where is it? Where's my editor? There it is. All right, so this is what the editing interface looks like.
Okay.
And you're going to start out with your masthead here, and you fill in the text. The nice thing is, say this, I had a really wide one that I wanted wider. You can move this and size it however you want it. So I don't want the WI on the top line. I want it on the bottom line. I'm going to just move it to like it's where I want it. And notice how it's kind of not really centered there.
Yeah.
You
Right.
you can actually visually move this a little bit like this.
Oh.
I mean, you got to eyeball it kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's not a design thing. Now you can add a picture in the background. There's header types. You can try them. Like if I do cover, it does a big, long, high one. If I do large, it's pretty much the same thing. Banner is the smaller, and title only is no picture in the background. So I just like the banner one. Now, how do I find those pictures? I'm going to says change image. You can select an image you already have, or you can, where you upload it here, which I'm not going to do.
Oh.
Or you can select an image like this. And this is really nice because they're going to give you images, which I never like. You can go by URL. So if you have an image that you like, you can embed it right in there. So I'm going to go off to another tab here, and I've got so many tabs open. I'm going to find, there's a website I use, Pexels, P-E-X. Let me try, yeah, I'll use Pexels.
No.
Can't type.
It's okay.
There we go. All right. So there's free photos and free video clips on here.
Okay.
Which is really nice, by the way. If you decide after 317 you want to keep making videos, these are nice if you want clips. I have one of like a girl running through a field of flowers. And then I have one that's like butterflies. So I can use those and do the voiceovers and use these existing clips. Anyways, so I'm going to just search winter. Okay. So I like this one. This one's really cool. So if I want to use this picture now, because Pexels is public domain pictures, you can download it to your own computer and use it from there, or you can use it right from the web. So I'm going to right click on it, and it says copy image address. Can you see this? I'm sorry, the background, they're trimming trees. So I'm hearing all this grinding. So I'm going to copy the image address, go back to my blog and select by URL, and I'm going to paste that in there. And there's that picture. And hit select. There it is. Now it's my background. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so that would be the website you recommend getting the photos from?
Pexels is one that you can use. You can use anything. Just go to images.google.com, because you're not stealing their image. You're embedding it into something else.
Okay.
So in other words, if somebody really wanted to, they could delve into that. I recommend you use, if you Google for free stock photos, there's several sites. Pexels, there's depositphotos.com, which is really good.
Okay.
I have actually, if I can move us out of the way here, I have a whole, can you see all these bookmarks?
I can, yeah.
These are all bookmarks for pictures.
Oh, okay.
And I spent some time one day and went through and found free pick, P-I-K is one. There's lots of them that are these free photos, because I do this type of thing professionally. And like my clients may want like a banner image for their website, and I just want a background picture. So I don't have to worry about getting permission. I don't have to worry about getting sued for copyright infringement.
Because it's public photo.
Okay, but anyways, what I did was over here in the editor, you have insert, where you can insert any of these items here. You can insert a picture, And again, you can insert a picture from, you can do a Google image search.
Okay.
So I'm going to do, W is for winter. So I'm just going to type winter because I'm going to do W. I'm going to use this picture right here. I'm just going to select it and hit insert. And it's going to put it in wherever I told it to go. Okay, so for this one here, actually, let's say, okay, oh, I did W is for whiteout. So I needed to find a picture that was a whiteout. So I'm going to.
Okay, that matches the caption.
Yep. So if I click replace image, select image, then I can search for whiteout. And it'll replace it there. So, so if I click W is for whiteout, that's gonna be my whiteout page. Okay, and I'll show you my whiteout page here when it loads. So this is how I set this up. Now, if you want to add a page, you go over here where it says pages and you click that, and you can add your pages right here. There's a little plus sign.
Oh, okay.
And it will automatically add it up here at the top. You don't have to worry about editing a menu. It will automatically add it for you. Now, I made one page. I made the second page, W is for whiteout. Now, I don't want to start over with every single page. One of your other options is duplicate page.
Okay.
So you can do a duplicate and then go on to the next one. So the next one I did was I is for ice. All right, so let me show you some of the things that I have on this page. So this is my choices. I have a picture all the way across the top. Now you can fit things. You're working on a grid system here, and if you hold this and you start moving it, you see that grid in the background?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, now it's just like InDesign where you have margins and guides and everything. You want to stick to those and within that those guidelines, because web pages are responsive, because we want you to be able to look at it on your phone, on a desktop, on a tablet. There's 3 different breaks actually for things. So if you follow this grid, then whether I'm looking at this on my phone or on my big huge Mac monitor, it's going to look great because it's going to know the resolution and the size of the device I'm viewing it. Right. And it basically, so think of it, if you can see me, you can't see me now, but you start with 12 columns in one row. Do you use spreadsheets?
Yeah, I have used spreadsheet before.
Okay,
yeah.
So you know how they're based on rows and columns?
Yes, yeah.
Web design is the same thing, but it's 12 columns in one row. So anything that's divisible by 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 is fine. Okay, but I'm not going to get into that. If you want to learn web design, take that with Ron Romaine.
Okay, that's a class.
And he'll teach you all that stuff. Anyways, so then this is a heading. Okay. So I'm very consistent. This is why I like the duplicate page, because you get that consistent look across the entire thing. Here's where I typed my text. I probably would recommend a little bit more for you guys, but you know, now what I did was I went out and I found Instagram pictures and I embedded them. Now, have you done any embedding from social media before?
Yeah, so I haven't. This will be my first time doing that.
Okay, so let me go to Instagram. Let me actually go to one of the other pages that I really haven't worked on. Like I have E is for eggnog.
Okay.
It's probably going to be tough to find eggnog pictures this time of year, huh?
Right.
All right, so I'm going to change this to, well, let me go to the page I want to be on.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not going to worry about this right now, but here I'm going to put E is for eggnog. All right. So I'm going to find a picture, but maybe, all right, I'm going to go down here. I want to embed something from Instagram. All right. So it's going to actually use what's called embed code, as you can see it there. Now, where do you find this code? Very easy. Let's go to Instagram. Let me get rid of Chewy here.
Okay.
I'm going to go up and you can use your own pictures if you want, but I'm just going to search eggnog for now.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a really pretty one. All right. So now how do I get this into my blog? With Instagram, you'll see 3 dots here at the top. If you click that, you have several options. You can copy the link, or you can actually copy the code that will embed it. And that's what I would prefer you'd use. So just select that and then click this copy embed code. Bam, go back to your blog. I'm going to actually, let me do a new one here. All right, so I'm going to up here, go back to insert. And you'll see embed. I'm going to click embed. Now I have 2 options. I can do it by a link, which was an option within, or I can actually put the code here for that. And now you just paste it in there and click next. And then it's going to, there it is. And then click insert.
Okay.
There it is. But it doesn't really fit. So I'm going to drag it down so you can see the bottom of it.
Okay.
Okay. They can always view more on Instagram and go back. So now I want to add some text here. I'm going to click text box. All right, but to put it up here, I don't want it up here. I want it down here. See how you can drag your elements around?
Right.
Okay. So say for this one, I want to put a heading. So E, oh, we already did E is for eggnog. So maybe for this one, I'm going to say, let me see, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do subhead. I'm going to say, all right, so then here, I'm going to select another text box. I'm going to drag it down under that.
Okay.
Ugh. And see how the line there, it makes a blue line, then I know it's going there. So now I can start typing my text. You know, I've never made homemade eggnog. I just get it wherever it's cheapest. But I do love to add spices and alcohol and try different recipes. All right, so maybe you have a story about something in your life from eggnog, or maybe you're going to go out and find an interesting fact about eggnog.
About it, okay.
So let's see eggnog facts. Well, here's one here. I'm just going to go the first one I find. Maybe give me some ideas what other people have done. All right, here's eggnog facts. All right, so maybe pick one of these.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm going to copy this. I just want to show you how to link. Whoops, where'd I go? All right. Did you know that the most common spices in eggnog, I guess it's one word, are cinnamon, which I won't be able to spell, cinnamon, and what's the other one? Nutmeg. And what I love about Google Chrome is it's got autocorrect.
Oh, autocorrection. Okay.
the dreaded red line. All right, so I'm going to select this most common spices in eggnog, and I'm going to go back to that web page where I was. Okay. I'm going to copy that link, the URL from the top bar at the top, and I'm going to actually go here where it says insert link, and I'm going to add a hyperlink to that. So you don't have to cite your source. You just did it right there.
By doing the link, okay.
Yep, by putting that link, I can click on that. Because I'm going to, right up here is your little preview button if you want to see what it looks like.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, where'd it go? Where are you, Mr. Eggnog? Fancy eggnogs. So there's the Instagram picture. And I can click that and go there right there to that web page.
Mhm.
Which is nice. Don't have to worry about MLA and
Right. Citing.
all that stuff. All right, so that's how you embed Instagram.
Uh-huh.
You can do the same with Twitter.
Twitter. Okay.
Okay, let me go down here. I'm gonna actually make this, oops, I didn't want to do that. I gotta make my screen a little smaller. Hold on a second. I'm working on a laptop, so my real estate's kind of
A little bit more difficult.
comprised, yeah, or compromised. All right, I'm trying to select this without it going there, but I'm not having much luck. Let me do it here. Oh, I know, because I'm in preview. I'm not in,
Oh.
that's why. Let's go back to the editing part of it. All right. That's why. All right, I'm just going to stop here. Take this picture out. All right. So I want to add another, I'm going to add just another row. Now look, right here we have layouts. So here's some sample layouts, except your social media is not going to go into these easily. You have to kind of move things around. But I want to kind of show you what these look like. I mean, this one's kind of cool, like if you wanted to do a picture display of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't like it, there's a little trash can over here. If you want to duplicate a section, like I'm going to take this and I'm going to hit duplicate. Where'd you go? Ugh, didn't do it. Where is my, let me get rid of this one.
Okay.
All right, I want to duplicate this section because it's got my 2 Instagram posts, but I want to actually put in a tweet. So I'm going to select edit, and here's my embed code. I'm going to, you know what, William, I'm just going to delete that for now.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Twitter. You have to have a Twitter account to find embed the tweets. That's the only, unfortunately, like Instagram, you don't need an account. You can just search on Instagram. You can search on, Facebook, you have to have an account. Instagram, you have to have an account. Most of the other ones. But for this, I would say, what do you use? Whether professionally or socially?
I mean, socially, I use all 3 of them pretty much. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I have, I guess, accounts for all of them.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. So here's how you embed a tweet. So let me just type eggnog and see what comes up. Not a lot.
Hey.
Oh, pound cake, eggnog pound cake. Well, if your topic was going to be recipes you could make with eggnog.
Yeah.
Okay. You have 2 options with tweets. There's a little down arrow here that has the actual embed code.
Okay.
Or you can use this one down here and you can just say copy link. Either one will work. So I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to go back to the blog. And over here it has embed. I'm going to select that. Now you can, like I said, you can do it with the code, with just the link, or you can actually add the code in.
Okay.
Twitter, it works fine with either one. And then click insert, and there it is.
Okay.
So that's how you embed a tweet. Let me get rid of some of my tabs here. I showed you Instagram, right?
Right.
Instagram, you copy the embed code. Facebook, I have to find something public. Hold on, I'm in my own feed here.
Sure. That's okay.
Is public? Public. Let me go to something. Let me type eggnog and see what comes up.
Okay.
How to make eggnog.
Sure.
Oh, there's somebody sending me a recipe right now. Oh, cool, we got a video. All right, so same thing, 3 dots.
3 dots, yeah.
Copy link.
Copy. Okay.
I have never done a video. Let's see how it works. Embed.
Okay.
There's the link. Oh, okay. It'll see now that'll just go in as a link. It won't go in as, it won't embed it in. So that won't work. Let's try it. And I know you can embed Facebook. And see, it still says it's public. And really, that's really weird. That's kind of sad. All right.
Maybe it's only photos that work, or
Yeah, you can. I mean, it'll embed usually a whole post.
oh, okay.
I just want to find a post that's public. Is this another video? These are all videos. All right, let me just find pictures, photos. Oh, posts. Posts with eggnog. All right, public.
Oh.
There's one. See how it's public? The privacy. I say it keeps talking about this. If you don't know what it is, I should explain. With Facebook posts, you can set your privacy. So like these are all my friends, and you can see the little icon for friends. Okay, here's one that doesn't have anything to do with eggnog. All right, eggnog plus bourbon is this post here. So I'm going to click this post, and I'm going to click on the 3 dots, and there's the embed code right there.
Okay.
Embed. I'm going to copy that. Oh, advanced settings. Let me see what advanced settings are. This is new since I've done this. Oh, these are all the, if you want to add in code to it. Oh, all right. Include full post. And that's what it'll look like in your blog right there. So let's go back. Let's click embed. Embed code. Insert. And I'm going to drag it up next to this one. Whoops, too far. There we go. Whoops. I did something really wrong. Let me do undo. Let's put this back up there. This down here. Oh, it's moving both things. Hold on.
Well, at the same time.
Yeah, because I had them both selected. So where is it? It's really taking over. Let me put this here, see what happens. Yeah, it's taking over. There it is.
Oh.
All right, but I want this one here and this one up here. See how you can move things around?
Yeah, move it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to me. I'm going to stop the share.
Okay.
So have some fun with it. You have until May 10th.
Okay.
So I would work on it a little bit at a time. Don't try to do the whole thing at once.
Right.
And so you're not going, oh my God, it's the 9th of May. I have to do this all tonight. And then you, at the same time, you have finals due, and you have stuff due for me for 317 and everything else.
Right.
So my suggestion is get an idea, pick which one to do, and if nothing else, start bookmarking the things that you want to maybe put in it.
Okay, sure. And I guess my question was, could it be about pretty much any topic, or maybe could it be sports related, or?
No, well, you want it, it can be sports related, but let me show you back, let me go back and share the screen again. Because if you read the directions that I put in there, it has to somehow be related to how our lives have changed since COVID-19, and it has to be based on letters. Okay. So you're going to do A is like, you know, A is for, C is for, O is for the first one there, a COVID life.
Oh, okay.
You could do that, or you could, I think the best thing to do is figure out what you want to do and then figure out the letters you want to use and what kind of acronym you want to make. So the title of your blog is going to be those letters. Like I'm essential was for somebody who perhaps works in a supermarket.
Right.
And has to work and go to school, and now their boss has given them, you know, 45 hours a week instead of 20. You could do stay at home. You know, you could probably do something that you want to do with the draft here.
The NFL draft. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess how would you recommend?
I would do a draft life or a COVID life, and do A is for athletes.
Athletes. Okay.
You got to be creative. I can't help you that much. I mean, I'm not creative, but not super creative. I don't know how the draft works anyways.
Oh, okay.
You know, C is for coaches. O is for outliers. I mean, you just be creative.
Yeah, be creative. Okay.
You know, D is for draft.
Yeah.
You have 2 I's in that one. So, you know, I mean, like I said, you might want to figure out what you want to do and then figure out what you want to title the blog.
Okay. Got it. And then that makes sense. And then with each post or each photo that we embed from Instagram or Twitter, wherever it is, does each one of them need to include like a short paragraph with each?
Okay, let me show you my winter one and give you an
Okay.
example of what I would expect it to look like.
Okay.
All right, so I would make a page for every letter.
Okay.
Okay, this is how I did it, and it was easier, far easier than me trying to figure out what to do. I told you how to duplicate, right?
Right.
So once you set up that first letter, just keep it that structure.
Okay.
So for this, I put a picture here, and then underneath I had a heading, and then here was my text.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to show you my home page though. Here's my home page, and here's the majority of my text, because I grew up where it's cold.
Right.
And so I talked about, you know, I mean, I can, without reading this, can kind of tell you what it was, you know, when it's cold 9 months of the year, you know, you learn how to, you have, you can sled, you can ice skate, you can play hockey, snowball fights, all kinds of cool things. And I lived in a housing tract that was really new at the time. And so there was no fences, no trees. And we had a drainage ditch that ran between the houses. And if it rained, it flooded. So what happens in the early winter or in the, once in a while, you'd have a couple of days where the snow would melt and you'd get a lot of water through this drainage ditch and the backyards would just be flooded. Well, then overnight it would freeze solid. So now you have a huge ice skating rink in the middle, you know, in these backyards between these houses.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd go out with, you know, if it snowed, we'd go out with our brooms, we'd go out with our shovels and our skates on, and we would make, you know, I remember fighting over trying to decide of when's the time going to be okay to figure skate when the ice is really, really smooth.
Oh, really?
And then later on, the guys would come in, well, I played too, but then we'd come later and play hockey.
Oh, wow.
And then one of the dads actually had a heated water hose from the house and would at night when the sun was just coming down, go out and water this down, and like the ice would be like glass.
Oh,
you know, I talked about that a little bit in here. And I talked about when we wanted to go sledding, it was relatively flat. We had like 4 hills in the whole town.
Yeah.
So everybody would go there to sled. And we discovered by the school, where they plowed the snow, there was a hill, and then there was basically the mound left from the snow plow. So you'd start down the hill and you'd hit this like it was like a ramp, and you fly into the air and go out and slide across through the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was so fun. And then when I was a teenager, we moved to a farm, and then I got into snowmobiles and horseback riding in the snow, and everything changed. But then when you start to drive, ice and snow is not fun. You gotta clean your car off every morning, and it's dangerous driving, and it's scary. So by the time I moved to Southern California when I was in my mid-20s, I was more than happy to leave winter behind.
Right, the weather is much,
Yeah. So that was my introduction to winter. Was what I think of winter. So that's like 300 words. Now that I'm 60 years old, ice skating and sledding are something I leave to my kids and their kids. So letter by letter, here are my happy thoughts that I equate with the word winter. and then it says on to, and then here's actually a hyperlink to the next page. You don't, but you, like I said, you don't have to do that because it actually puts them up here. But if you want your reader to follow what you do, I suggest you actually put a text-based link at the bottom.
At the bottom of the page. Okay.
Yeah. So then they go to the next page. Let me click let me click publish. And you don't have to publish it till you're done, but you're going to have to publish it so that I get the, what is it telling me here? Publish.
Right.
Go ahead. Oh, it's telling me these are the changes you made. Are you sure? All right. So this is what, all right, hold on. Publish settings, view published site. Here we go.
No.
So by the way, when you send me the link to your finished blog, this is what you want to send me right up here.
Okay, the link. Okay.
Yep, you want to send me that, and you put that in titanium, and then I'll have to just click on it, and I can see it.
Okay.
So here's what it looks like to the people. The menu stays there, isn't it cool? At the top.
Yeah. It's convenient.
So,
yeah.
down here it says W is for whiteout. You click that, it goes to the next page. And then I didn't finish this, but I would have put, you know, written about whiteouts. Here's some examples that I embedded in. There's some tweets. There's just some pictures. YouTube videos are awesome, especially with what you're doing.
Yeah.
To really kind of show how different. I mean, we watched the news last night, and just how different this was.
Yeah.
The whole draft. So yeah, use lots of videos and then your own comments and your own text. Okay.
Sure. So I guess, for example, if I was going to do about the draft, it could be maybe posts from players or something like that, or maybe
anything you want.
Okay.
Just make sure the text that you write is mostly your own, but you're welcome to, you know, to, like I did, I put a little short quote in there.
Oh, okay.
And you can put those in. So what I'm looking for grading is number one, your creativity, or number one, your writing, how well your writing is.
Right.
Number two, your creativity. And then number three, just, I guess there really isn't a number three, you know, because this is a writing class, but this is my forte, and this is what I do. And I think it's so important to tell a story with more than words, and to put different elements in there that's going to make people, it's called show, don't tell.
More engaging.
And I tell my students when I teach a feature writing class of, I don't want you to tell me. I want to close my eyes and I want to see it. I want to be there with you.
Be able to visually, yes. Right.
So you want to give people lots of visuals and you know, have fun with this.
Right.
And if you want to do something with sports, do something with sports. Just figure how to tie it into something to the pandemic and how it's changed everything for us. So your NFL draft yesterday would be perfect.
Yeah.
And how are the players feeling? I mean, what's going to happen with the season? I mean, they start preseason pretty soon.
Yeah, in August.
Like what's going to happen? And you know, nobody knows.